I'm going to show you how to trade with Trendlines. And if you don't know me, my friends call me Rob. Let's go and have a look at this. It won't take long. Come on, let's go and see. Really easy, real quick. Firstly, here we are. We've got some trend lines. Easy stuff. I'm going to put this in front of me so I can actually see what I'm doing here. So if I'm not looking at you, I'm looking at the chart, right? But you might see me looking at you somehow. So it's all pretty confusing when you think about it, isn't it? Because I'm looking at you, but I'm actually looking at this chart. And you're looking at the chart, and we're all looking at the same chart. What do I use trend lines for? Well, what I normally do is I first go to the day chart. I go to the day chart and I put a resistance in and I put a support in. Now, what is a resistance and a support? A resistance is an area where money gets to quite often because of the institutional money. And we all know that when the money gets there, it turns around and goes down. Support is where the money also gets to at the bottom. And when it gets there, it normally turns around and comes back up. You'll see I put two supports in here, close one and a far one. I normally put them in on the day level. Then I take it back to the H4 where I'm trading. This is actually quite a profitable trade. We're short on this. We went short on this because I believe that it will get down to 150. It was much better off and now it's coming back a little bit. This has now had a breakdown. So it's broken through my support. It's going to the downside. And of course, it's going to head down to the bottom here at the next support level because it's broken through this support level and it's moving down. But how would I know that? Well, what I would do under normal circumstances is I'll put a trend in between the support and resistance, and that's what I use trend lines for. So what the trend line tells is whether it's staying in trend or whether it's breaking trend. In other words, counter trading. If something comes off the support, like in this case further back here, I could look at it and say, well, it's come off the support. Should I go short? And I might want to wait until it actually breaks that trend and then continues on to the downside. And that will give me the signal that I need to trade, the signal that I need to tell me that this is going in the direction that I want it to. Gives me that signal. Further back, there's another one here where you can clearly see it came off the resistance, which is what you want. Nice big red candle. And you think, oh, I want to go short here. This is the spot where I should be going short. But then you think, is it really short? Now, of course, the easiest way in trading is to say, well, if it comes off the resistance and it goes short, then I'll put that there. That's the area where all the money is. And every time it hits that, I'll just, when it's a red candle, I'll just go short. And vice versa at the bottom. If I get one at the bottom here and I draw it in and I draw my little channel in here, every time it gets to the bottom, I get a green candle. I just go long. That would be pretty easy, wouldn't it? And then you just go between the two and you're trading in a range. You're just trading up and down. But it is handy to know when it's a good time to turn the trade around. When it's a good time, when you know that things have actually turned around. And the best way to do that is with a trend line. So if you take a trend line, and a trend line needs 3 touches. In other words, 1, 2, 3. Good enough. This one's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 4 million touches. You know, the more touches, the better. And then you know that you've got a trend in place. Just remember, just like resistance, just like support, just like trend lines, the more times that it hits, while it does produce a sort of stronger feeling that it's going that way, it's like chipping away at a wall with a hammer. Eventually, you're going to chip through, you're going to make a hole in it, and it's going to get through, and it's going to break through. Something like this, a breakdown. And that is a clear signal that it's going the other way. I'm going to delete that because we don't need that. So here we've got a trend line in here between the resistance, between the support. Why am I using this trade as an example? Well, because this chart was on the page. It doesn't really matter what charts there. We can take any chart and you'll get the same result. Now, what I've done here, I've drawn this trend line in here and I've said, all right, this broke out and it shot to the upside. And we thought, wow, there's a breakout trade. That could be a long trade, but I was already short at an earlier level, because I fundamentally believe that this one should be short. And every time it hits that resistance, it goes down. What happened this time is it broke out, it came back, and it broke back through this level. In other words, the retest failed completely, and it moved to the downside. But do you get short on that? Do you now jump into this trade short on that candle? Well, no, not really. You need to actually kind of wait for the next candle. Now, what we've got here is 1, 2, 3 touches. Now you've got 4 touches. Now you've got a really decent trend support. What happens with the next candle? It breaks through that support. It doesn't stay in trend. It doesn't give you a green candle going back up. It actually breaks through that support and heads on to the downside. Boof, off she goes. Now you know you've got a counter trade. You've got a break in structure and it's moving down to the main support. And then when it's moving down here, well, look, this is a really big move. So it moves down to the main support, breaks through that support, and starts heading on to the next level, which is really quite far away. And for you to determine if this is going to turn back, well, that's going to be quite difficult because you don't have much in place. They don't have much information in place. You're going to need a few more candles. This, I believe, you'll get another red candle coming down and it'll continue on to the downside. Shall we look for another trade? This is the Germany 40. So what I want to show you here is if you were sitting here and you were looking at this, all you've got is these charts. There's a chart that's all over the place. It's just a chart. Means nothing really. There's the resistance. There's the support. We know it's between the resistance and the support. How do we know which way it's going to go? How do we know if it's going to change direction? Now, if you draw a trend line, there's no point in starting at 2019 and putting it right down the bottom here and maybe even drawing it in on the day chart and drawing this trend line here all the way from the bottom all the way across here. What's the point of that? How long is it going to take for the price to get all the way back down to this level? So we don't go all the way back down to those levels. What we do is we keep it on the 4-hour because that's what we're trading on. We make it a little bit bigger so we can actually see what's going on. And, well, you know, we're trading with us, so we want to see where we are, and we want to see if it's changing structure. So what we want to know is this going to go long or is it going to go short? Is it going to change structure? Best way to do that is to take a trend line, take it from the shortest possible area and draw it through here. We've got 3 touches. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. 3 touches. There we go. 3 touches straight away. There we go. We know we've got 3 touches. Now what we want to see is if it's going to break through there. Should we trade that long now? No, we don't trade that long now. What we do is we wait for another green candle to give us confirmation above that. And then we can go and say, well, we want to go long. Let's have a look at where we want our stop loss. Let's see if we can make enough profit on that against our stop loss to see if it will be viable for us to take that trade on a good risk to reward. That's what the trend line does. Pick another trade, any trade, pick a trade, just go for a trade. This is gold. Why have I got 2 trend lines on there? Very simple, really. I've taken a long-term trend line from the day chart and I've drawn it through here. Why did I do that? Because there's a general move down here, an obvious trend. And then I've gone back to the H4 and I've said, well, on the H4, that's where the resistance is. That's where the support is. The support's down there. But I want a shorter level just to see if it's going to turn around and go back up. So I've taken it from this height here. I've taken this shorter trend here. So what I'm looking for is, okay, there's the longer trend. There's the shorter trend. You can draw more than one trend line in here if you want to. The point being, somebody turned around and said, but one trader could draw the trend line in here and another one could draw it in over there. And yes, of course, even the same trader could do that because what you're doing is you're drawing it further and further back on the time frame. Now, if you wanted a true strong trend line, then what you would do is you would go to the day chart and you would go all the way back and draw it all the way from the bottom. And that would be your trend. And then you could wait for years and years and years to be able to take a trade. But that's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to trade on a daily basis, on a 4-hourly basis, on a 4-hour chart. So what you're looking for is the shortest possible route to take a trade. You could say, well, it's bouncing up here, it's moving that way. What we want to determine here is if we're going to get a red candle, which comes off of that trend and shows you that it's continuation, that it's in trend and going back down to the support, or what you want to do is see if you get a green candle breaking through that and heading to the upside. Of course, the best would be is if it breaks through there and continues on up on that as well, because then you get to know whether it's breaking the big trend as well. But, you know, you want to get into the trade at some point, and the sooner you get into the trend, the better, obviously, because then you can actually follow the trend as soon as you possibly can. That's trend trading, and that's the best way. Look, let's find another one. Let's have a look here. Is there anything else we can look at? Look at this US dollar ZAR. What I've done here is I've drawn in a supply and demand, so let's take that out. We don't need that there. What we need to know is which way is this trade going to go? Is it going to go up or is it going to go down? It's important to figure it out. So the best way to figure that out, take the shortest trend possible. And there's the shortest trend possible. So we want to see. And if it's going that way, then obviously it's breaking to the upside. It's in trend. It's moving to the upside. What you can do is you can put that trend line there and you can put another one over there. And then you've got a trend channel. Look at that, a lovely trend channel. So it's in a trend channel as well, staying in a trend channel. Then you know that the top is there, the bottom is there, the top is there, the bottom is there. You can follow a trend channel. And if it's staying in trend, the trend is your friend, then you can trade that way. We trade 3 ways. We trade in the range between the resistance and the support. We trade in the trend. In other words, the trend is your friend. And then we counter trade. In other words, if it breaks through and counters that trend, then we know that it's changed trend. Also, if it breaks the resistance, break up. If it breaks down, it breaks down. Breakout trades, that's the third way we trade. Simple, really, not complicated. Not complicated in the absolute slightest. Very important to understand that. If you want more, then subscribe. And also, don't forget to join the members area where I give you trade of the day every day. I answer questions and I do research. It's for the members so that I don't get bugged by the millions and millions of other people when I become famous. Because I'm not famous yet, but I will be one day perhaps. But at the moment, as I say, join the members area. Make sure you do a bit of subscribing. Get more of this from us. So let's have a look at another trade. Let's see what we've got here. Is there anything else you can look at? The NASDAQ. What do we got here? We've got a breakout trade. And that's all for today, folks. Hope that helps. Join us next time. Don't forget to join us for the live shows every Tuesday and Thursday. And make sure you're subscribed. So cheers, ciao, keep well, make lots of money.